India has put China deep in red by banning 59 Chinese apps after a border conflict with its northern neighbor. Not only TikTok but also its smaller cousins like Bigo Live and Like were also shown the doors. Well, thanks to penny-friendly Indian smartphone users who are guzzling content for 6 hours plus for domestic newbie players like Glance, which offers games, news, mobile lock screen and the ban on Chinese apps is a chance to add to the tally of 100 million daily active users. The event has now turned our nation's youth's interest in homegrown education technology unicorns like Baiju to scale up. Let alone not startups only, our major market super apps are now on the road to win the ultimate prime. Their approach to meddling content and commerce in the 16 Indian languages besides English exaggerates around 5 million to half a billion speakers. Therefore, instead of downloading multiple apps to do different things, the users can now save their phone memory with less approach only. It is an essential consideration for those who access the internet on low-end devices. A multitasking Chinese app like Tencent Holdings Limited, WeChat, which offers everything from messaging to gaming and financial services, provides a successful template. With only 6 hours per day of online presence and not spending more than 4% of their time on e-commerce, it's enough to drive 1.5 billion trillion in annual online sales. The smaller Indian players, however, having only $40 billion sales value must copy their playbook. In India, it is true that Tsar Mukesh Ambani is playing the right cards, investment after investment from global partners and that too big ones. The super app candidate billionaire Ambani's Jio platforms has a share price of $65 billion, including more than $15 billion lately, raised from investors Facebook, Kohlberg Kravis Roberts and Silver Lake Partners. Before this rising Jio eventually seeks a listing on Nasdaq, Ambani would probably want it ready as a carriage content and a commerce powerhouse for $500 million of people. With a rough estimate of 400 million Jio services ruling the platform, and interestingly, they don't even pay $2 a month. The trick to a $100 billion plus IPO would lie in using Facebook's collaboration to bring in features such as a WeChat mini program via the popular WhatsApp messaging service. WeChat allows users to book hotels, explore augmented reality, to try on a new L'Oreal beauty product or try drive a Tesla without leaving WeChat. Moreover, Reliance Jio is moving to present the biggest challenge for Paytm as a super app in Facebook's new deal with Jio. On April 21, Facebook announced a $5.7 billion investment in Jio, the youngest but largest mobile operator in India. Adding to this, Jio has already filed for 5G services testing with the Department of Telecom in order to replace Huawei, Nokia and other potential bidders for bringing in 5G services in India. Jio's 5G development reports came in 2018 when it bought US-based Radisys, which works on 5G and IoT. Jio is developing in-house 5G technology, and this came in after Airtel's announcement on collaborating with a 5G firm. This is a push to keep China's Huawei out of the market after India's ban and aim to make India self-reliant. Jio has joined hands with Intel, a US-based company that is also likely to partner in rolling out 5G services to the company. A plethora of platforms for short video content is coming up post India's ban on Chinese apps, including TikTok. Rizzle.tv says it has seen an upsurge due to Indian users post the ban and could be a potential replacement for TikTok. Other Indian alternatives to a short video platform including Mitro, Bowl India, Ropozo, Chingari, Dubsmash. As per the buzzing news, ZEE5 is also planning to unveil such a platform. While Indian alternatives to data sharing are ShareAll, JioSwitch and SmartShare, it should be noted that Share IT had an active engagement with the startup ecosystem in India. The company had acquired Fast Films in May 2018. On the other hand, the ban on Chinese apps is contemplating for Indian researchers and the market. In India, IITs, which provide the best digital corporations, are waiting for their students to develop apps in support of the Indian market. The researchers are happy that the ban has opened the gates for them to bring alternatives and something new to the market with similar product demand. In the Chinese market, when it comes to building product awareness, these embedded mini apps are currently as effective as regular digital stores run by Jerry.com and Alibaba Group, according to McKinsey & Co. They are even likely to target India's remote town by offering domestic brands to follow the plan, sell more and earn more. As for the actual commerce, Ambani's JioMart would take orders, and if the regulator permits it, they accept payments via WhatsApp. Staples deliveries can now be done via traditional nearby hood stores, with Jio helping them to connect buyers. For discretionary products, Ambani will use is Reliance Retail. The local lenders are not desperate for a new source of balance sheet expansion after absorbing inevitable losses from the pandemic and lockdown. But they still need the road to satisfy digital customers because of India's creaky infrastructure. Keeping users in line with new content will therefore be crucial. Facebook's upcoming version of Quest virtual reality headsets, the Silicon Valley firm, is also taking over studios that produce VR games. Jio, which wants to set up a set-top box to provide an online gaming venture, could find partnerships. However, the primary entertainment fare will still be ruled by cricket and Bollywood. Like last year, Ambani's promise on first day first show movies would stream to broadband customers on the day of the theatre release itself. While COVID-19 closing down cinemas, producers in India need digital alternatives. Audiences need their fix. Although Ambani appears to be ahead, his counterpart Amazon.com has pledged to invest $5.5 billion in the country. In comparison, Walmart has flowed in $16 billion to acquire local e-commerce leader Flipkart Online Services. Potentially, they or the Alphabet's Google could seek telecom and digital media partners. So let's check out some alternatives in the Indian startups. ShareChat. ShareChat was started by an Indian startup to share daily WhatsApp messages and status in 15 different languages. Trill. Like TikTok, Trill is gaining momentum in India these days after the ban on Chinese apps. With over 35 billion downloads and a 9 billion daily users, Trill has witnessed 25% growth. Khabri. More and more influencers are switching to this podcast application. With over 40,000 influencers already using this platform, Khabri has seen a growth of 5,000 influencers recently where they can make their podcast. Aizma. Aizma is a social platform which enables people to create their content and transform it with a 360 view, shaping it according to the market needs. So the ban on Chinese apps signifies that India will not remain China's nibble and negotiate policy. This has not only earthed sentiments on Chinese counterpart, but has to boost India's morale and significance in being self-reliant. Western tech companies were left out of China's digital revolution. In India, they will join the fray, hoping to develop the ideas that will be useful in other emerging markets. But India will continue to prefer local control over super apps. 6 hours a day of 1.3 billion people and all the data that flows from it is a coveted resource that politicians will not want to escape from their sphere of influence. Western tech firms broadly shut out of China's digital revolution. In India, they'll join the fray hoping for insights that they'll come in handy in other emerging markets. But India will still prefer local control over the super apps. 6 hours a day of 1.3 billion people and all the data that flows from it is a coveted resource. Some politicians want slipping out of their sphere of influence.